Hello, my name is Minu. Today I'm going to talk about the history of Western costume with the theme of time travel. So the title is Time Travel with Western Costume. Before I start my speech, let's see the index of the speech. I'm going to talk about each era with the order of time, which begins with ancient Greeks, early Europe, and Renaissance. And the last one is reference. Let's begin my speech. First, I selected the Egyptian civilizations in the ancient era. Ancient Egypt was a civilization of ancient Africa concentrated along the lower reaches of the Nile River, situated in the place that is now the country Egypt. As you guys know, this picture could represent the ancient Egypt, so I chose to put it. Those 5 pictures are examples which reflected ancient Egyptian costume and modern costume. This is one of the Chanel project runway inspired by ancient Egyptian costume. We can assume some Egyptian costumes such as Kirkif, Patiche, Kuo, Passim. Oh, this one, the first one model is Pharrell Williams, and so I was fan of him, so I put it. And you can also see the makeups on his eye as same as the Egyptian makeups at that time. Second, I selected the Greek civilizations in the Greeks and Romans era. Ancient Greeks was a northeastern Mediterranean civilizations existing from the Greek Dark Ages of the 12th to 9th centuries BC to the end of classical antiquity that comprised a loose collection of culturally and linguistically related city-states and other territories unified only once for 13 years under Alexander Great Emperor. You can see this. This is one of the architectures on the Greeks and Romans time. So this is one of the famous architectures. So it will represent it. At that time, Greeks had values about rationalism, human-centered thinking, humanism, which we can find out those thoughts on the costumes also. Those first and second examples are also the Chanel project runway that was inspired by Greek culture and costumes. They express hairdressing, they changed himation and clocks to modern style. In the opinion of the presenter, in modern society, those costumes could be worn on such a celebration party, but on the part of the daily, because the costume looks comfortable. I would really wear those clothes too. Third, I selected early Europe in England, Spain, and France. Europe is second smallest continent on Earth. It is bordered by Arctic Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Mediterranean, Black, and Caspian Seas. This is one of the this is a map that represents the Europe, so I put it for you guys to understand. So these 5 pictures are examples which we can find out tunic, kirtle, and etc. I focus on the England part, so it is easy to find out that most of the pictures are inspired by the Robin Hood at that time. So the colors are green, and also at that time, in the presenter, on PN at the presenter, I think those clothes are really unisex in the area. If I could define those things, but it looks really comfortable, so I would really recommend to wear those clothes to other people. Or I could wear those things. They are also really colorful and with the color of green. So, lastly, I selected Renaissance. The Renaissance is a period in European history marking the transition from the Middle Ages to modernity and covering the 15th and 16th centuries, characterized by an effort to revive and surpass ideas and achievements of classical antiquities. So this is one of the most famous paintings on the Renaissance part. So you guys are about Renaissance, you know. So these 5 pictures are one of the most closest modern change style with the Renaissance style. So this is the runway of the Valentino that was inspired by the Renaissance costume. So I would really think that this costumes could be one of the trend after a few years because it looks really good. Also, they're really they have really long sleeves, and they also, most of it is really closed part. So, and also the colors are really black and white. So I think this is a great examples of the examples reflected in modern clothing with the theme of Renaissance. Those are my reference, and thank you for listening to my presentation. And I was Chong Mino.